Welcome to HumanityWins.net. Please read the important disclaimer on your screen. All of the content provided is for entertainment purposes only. It should not be taken as medical or legal advice. Please contact your doctor or lawyer if you require such advice. Thank you. The show starts right now. Welcome to this new show of HumanityWins.net. We have again my friend Tony from the UK, Tony from London. Looking forward to a great chat again, Tony. Thank you for being here again. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks for bringing me on. Yes, great.
Thank you. By the way, I want to share with everyone, we have been chatting like for an hour. So we went through so much stuff. For us, it's gonna feel long at the end, and we're shooting for a conversation around an hour. So today's episode, Tony, today's show, we want to make it about a continuation of the last episode we had about what do they want or Vital Force. As I said many times, if you have you listening have followed me for a few weeks or months, I've said many times that I believe the system is interested in our life force, in our energy that they can harvest from us. They cannot do this directly because you're protected as a loving, beautiful being, a son of Source, a son of God, the Creator. You're protected as long as you don't vibrate in their frequency. So how do they achieve this? That's why they want to keep you enraged, fearful, feeling violence, feeling the need for justice, the need for vengeance, lust, envy, and all of these emotions. They're not energies, they're emotions. That if you think about it, we were discussing this before starting recording. If you think about it for a second, Tony, and I would like your response on this, all of these emotions are not real. Because they have to go through our head. We are creating them. We are the creators of hate, of fear, of envy, of all of this, because it's in the past. It's not in the moment. If you don't make it go through your head, the only energy, the only emotion you can feel is love. And with this, I would like to start. Thank you, Tony.
Good point, yes. Good starting point as well. I agree with the present moment is all there is. You know, the mind has become this. The governor, the master, when it should be the servant. And the actual energy of the mind is to control. It's constantly trying to control the situation on our behalf. It's like, no, don't do that, that's dangerous, or there's no profit in this, or there's no gain in that. It's like an individual company or an entity trying to progress on its own, separate from everything else. So it's an energy of desperate neediness and destructive of all else. Yeah, it's not beneficial to anyone else but the individual. So by its very nature, it's destructive. And they do keep us in that loop of the vicious circle of, you've got to fend for yourself. It's compete, dog eat dog. You need to survive fear. You need to survive more fear. And they keep dropping the breadcrumbs. So you're constantly looking at TV, radio, and newspapers, movies of individuals being the lone wolf, the lone, desperado, trying to survive in this dog-eat-dog world. And every stereotype is a lone individual, separate from everyone else. So it's all disunity. It's all about disunity and aggressiveness, competition. Yeah. And that's where it's obvious to me where that energy is coming from all angles. And it's to keep us disunited, I believe.
Yes, if we take the episode from Friday and let's just assume for a second, I know everyone can have their opinion, their truth. That's fine. Let's just, as a reference point, the explanation from this lady, the two clips there, that you have the life force is coming directly from Source. That's a clarification I want to make. That when I said many times and gotten in trouble a couple of times of saying animals, they have a different connection with Source from us. I think it's a connection by proxy. So it's a second-hand connection through Mother Earth. Okay, Mother Earth is a special being. Mother Earth is alive, by the way. I'm completely sure planets are alive and they're special beings created by Earth that they create life. They're like gods in gods, something like that. But they create life through their own free will. So that's why there are planets that are not like Earth. Okay, Earth is very special. Earth is a paradise planet. It's beautiful. Yeah, I agree with that. The reality is what is probably not as beautiful, but the planet itself, Mother Earth, is wonderful. Yeah. And it's like that through their own free will of the planet. And I think animals, plants, oceans, even things we don't, because they don't have a heartbeat, we don't believe they are alive, like mountains, like something out there, like a rock. We think, no, they're dead, they're just matter. No, they're part of the planet, of Mother Earth, soil, the soil, the center of Mother Earth, everything. So everything is through proxy. So animals are like a beautiful extension of nature, of Mother Earth, and they have a connection, a divine connection through Mother Earth, okay? It's through that connection of Mother Earth. I also believe we are two things, okay? We're a vessel, physical vessel, with a directly source-connected nomad spirit. Okay, we have a direct connection to source. That's the difference. Yeah. But we also have a proxy connection to source through Mother Earth, through our physical vessels. So you mentioned something extremely interesting to me, Tony, as you were saying it, that dog eat dog, eye to eye, this notion, again, let's be honest, whenever you put an animal, whatever animal, okay, even the most benevolent animal, in a corner, the animal is going to react. Okay, that's the implanted animal nature of everything on Mother Earth. Everything, dolphins, whatever, they're going to react. Okay, no one is going to die willingly because they feel death is the end. So if you think about it, us humans, we go about it as animals. I'm sorry, that sounds very offensive, but we go about it as animals. Okay, so we actually are very concerned about that, very concerned about being better or more, all things that we invent ourselves through our brains. Okay.
Yeah.
The animal is an instinct, but it's part of the vessel. Okay, it's part of the body. You're responding to a body reaction. The body and your spirit, they have different agendas. Okay, your spirit is very calm. It knows it's just in a process of learning and enjoying. No suffering. Okay, learning and enjoying. It knows, but it's very deep out there. Unless you go into your spirit, which is what we're trying to say here. Go into your spirit, go into yourself, find that, because it's there. I'm 100% sure. Everyone, doesn't matter if you have killed 1 million people and you're in a prison or whatever, still you have a spirit, okay? That hasn't disappeared. You have done horrible things, yes. You're going to have to deal with them, not pay. Deal with them, yes. But your spirit is still there, okay?
Yes.
So, I'm sorry I ramble. Going back to the subject, what I think is wonderful about Friday's episode, and we're doing like a follow-up here, is how this concept that we receive this energy, love, in my opinion, from the Father, from Source, direct connection, no proxy, and we waste this energy by giving it to all these emotions we create in our head, okay?
Yeah.
That's, if you want to take it from there. I mean, we saw the episode, all these emotions, the lady was talking, okay, religion, okay, work, for example, okay, stressing about things. You're transmuting your beautiful love into something you're lowering yourself to all these frequencies that are lower than love. And you are electing to waste your love in these things.
I believe that this planet has been hijacked by maybe an elite rulers and class that has decided we have certain knowledge that the public doesn't know about on how life really works. So if someone is operating in anger and fear, they're easier to control, for one, but also they're unable to ascend to a more peaceful community-based level, harmonious. So they know that keeping us in fear and anger is better to control. So it's almost like, I was thinking of when you were speaking of rainbow. If you get the white light of the sun or any white light and you put it through a prism, you get the rainbow come out the other side. Yeah. It's like the rainbow are the emotions. I don't know where this comes from, but you got red could be anger, green could be envy, orange could be jealousy, or blue could be pride, indigo, and so on. And we're separated from our one white light of the heart into the emotions. We've been separated and kept in the emotions, and we need to get unity back into operating from the light instead of the separate emotional colours.
Apparently, the heart is yellow. What I gather.
Oh, is it yellow?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know anything. For me. I share with you this privately. For me, numbers and symbols, they're just that. They're just putting a little color to things. Okay, I hope that analogy makes sense. But apparently, the light we're receiving from Source, the light from your heart, resonator, the heart diamond, some call it the heart chakra, if you want to call it that, is yellow, apparently.
Okay.
Some say yellow, some say purple. Depends who you are asking or what this beautiful light is. Yes.
I see the light, the heart, which I believe is our true connection to Source,
Yes.
which is the pure essence. So when we dilute it or operate from the mind, that essence is getting fractured. It's getting fractured and weakened and divided into lower frequency states. You know, anger, fear, pride, jealousy, ego. And we need to get back to the heart instead of the mind. It's we've been fragmented and kept separate from the source, from our heart and that connection, by being fed breadcrumbs which teach us you don't have enough food, you need to fight this person, or you don't have enough money, you need to fight that person. And it's all fear-based. Wherever you look on the planet, it's all about keeping us in fear. And you're dependent on us. Only we can save you, the government or some politician. Which, and when you're in that state, until you say, right, I'm off tar, I'm having none of it, not mentally in any way, you could still be in the system, but you don't care. You don't care about what they're telling you. You just don't take any notice, and you get on with your life in your own frequency. It's switching off from, it's waking up to the lies and realizing they're trying to control me through their messages, their negativity. And I didn't know it before, but now I see it. So yeah, it's realizing what they're doing is keeping us fearful and angry. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. They want for thousands of years. This didn't start in 2020. Okay. For thousands of years, they wanted us to be fearful and angry and envious of others, and and enraged, and seeking violence. And I could go on 15, 20, 50 things. They want all of this because that's not love. Okay. The only true energy of the universe, the only thing that powers the universe is love. All of these are, like shadows of love. They are like transmutions of love. It's love changed to something that's not good, and they take from your life force. So, for example, in practical situations, when you are at work and you notice, it depends how sensitive you are. Doesn't mean you are better. Doesn't mean you're worse, because then people say, also you're saying some are blessed. No, we're all blessed. We all have the equal capabilities, okay? But these sensitivities are like little knobs, like in your system, and you decide to have some of these sensitivities down so you don't feel it, okay? But some people are sensitive to the fact that you notice someone that is what is referenced as an energy vampire, and it's basically, as the name says, it sucks the energy from you because you allow it, okay? Because you allow it. You always have the power to be neutral to things. All events through your existence are neutral to you. You decide where to point the needle, okay? So if this energy vampire, they're usually quite likable than that, but they eventually play you into being enraged. Maybe not to them, to other people, into being, vengeful. They fill your mind with toxic things. You are playing for them. As you're doing that, they suck the energy from you. You're not even noticing. You're not sensitive. So I'm not saying I'm better than that. Unfortunately, I'm very sensitive. I think energy is electricity, is electrons, and as I was telling Adam on the episode we had, he asked me, is that being electrosensitive? And I said, yes, that's what is referred to. And some people have it worse than me, that they have to go into small towns, basically with no Wi-Fi, no cell towers. Everything is corded, and you don't have a cell phone, and etc. So I have like a minor case of electrosensitivity. I think it has to do with something physical. I just think I just decide through my own free will to be a little bit more sensitive of this energy interchange, okay? Yeah. So when I find someone that I feel is an energy vampire, I feel it, okay? I feel it. Yeah. We shake their hand, I'm close to them, I hear them speak, I feel that they are slowing. By you participating, by you listening, by you shaking their hand through your own free will, because you will elect not to be there, they are taking a little bit of your energy force. Yeah. Why do they, you might ask, why do they need that if they also have a direct connection with source? Oh, very good question. It's like the same people that are controlling this planet. And it's beyond the point if they're aliens or they're humans, okay? It's beyond the point. There's an elite, as you say, a system that is controlling this planet. Why do they need to suck the energy from us? because they have tampered with their direct connection with source. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not as functional as it is because they have gone so rogue, they have gone so bad, they have so much karma to clear that connection is there tampered. Source, the creator, God, is so benevolent, it's never going to limit you. Okay,
Yeah.
they limit themselves because they are not able to connect with source anymore. So intuitively, maybe I'm being good here because I'm thinking very positive. Intuitively, or maybe as a deception, they appear to be nice, they appear to be, but they are energy vampires. They suck the life force from us. That's the end game. That's why I feel the wars, the injections, the pandemics, the financial crises, the terrorists, the risk of nuclear war, and I'm going back in the years, okay? And then the world wars in the early part, and then how they kept us low for hundreds of years in a war for them, famine, okay? Through being always hungry. And unfortunately, there's a continent or part of a continent, at least sub-Saharan Africa, at least that part, probably most Africa, that is the same thing that happened for hundreds and thousands of years. It's happening right now. It's just we don't think about it. Okay, people in Angola, people in Congo, people in Somalia, they are concerned about eating. Okay, and most of them, or a good part of them, they die of hunger. Okay, so how will you not be taking advantage of your life force if you are physically not even able to operate because you are hungry all the time and you're very depleted through hunger? So it worked for them for hundreds of years through hunger. Then there was a point that they couldn't keep going. So they started with these other deceptions, wars, and then right now the deceptions just get more complicated because why? That's why I think we're winning, because we are not falling for the deceptions anymore. Okay.
Yes. I think when you say energy vampires, it kind of makes me say good and bad. It's the two energies, good and bad. Good is service to others. So you can tell a good person because everything about them is giving, it's generosity, it's helping. Oh, what can I do for you? You're okay. It's, a service energy or just a good energy. And everything about a vampire, they might smile well or they might have a nice suit, but you can sense that their handshake is something about their energy. They're taking energy. So
none of people feel it, Tony. I'm totally convinced you can feel it. Just knowing you now for a while, I'm totally convinced you can feel it. But not all people feel it. Some people are just, doesn't mean they're bad, doesn't mean they're not beautiful souls. It just means their sensitivity to an energy vampire is not there. And usually those people are the ones that feel the injection is good for you and the government wants our best. And right now things are a little bit, a little inflation and the war, but it's going to go on and 2023 is going to be great. Those are the ones that don't have the sensitivity to turn on. They can turn it on anytime they want, okay?
It's not
it's probably better to do it in increments instead of 0 to 100 because then they'll probably go crazy. But
too much.
Yes, too much. But for me, it was there like that. I didn't do anything consciously or anything like that. It's probably coming from other place. I don't know where. But since I was a child, that sensitivity was always there. And I remember telling my parents, for example, this person is just not good. These people. And something happened, for example, just a little story with my mother that she met a woman. She was an immigrant from Colombia, okay? And Colombia at that time, there was a very bad war going on with the narcos that they were destroying the country. So they escaped Colombia. And it's a pity, okay? I'm not saying no. Well, she was obviously, and I was just a teenager, and I remember telling my mother, she's taking advantage of you. I mean, and I can feel the energy that she's not good. I mean, I know you want to help. So my mother really helped her out. Really helped her out. I mean, it was a good moment. Then my parents had a falling out. And so my mother, in a way, she was like, okay, she came coming from help, and she said, you know what? Actually, the opposite. Remember all this money that it was a gift. I know if there's any chance you can give me something back because we're in a rough moment. That was when I was in university. And she said, no. Oh, you're not going to help anymore? You know what? We cannot be friends anymore because, I thought you were doing this from your heart. And she totally backfired. That's an energy vampire, okay? That's an energy vampire. I'm not saying you do things to expect something in change.
Oh, no.
But she severed the relationships. Okay, let's not be friends anymore. Like saying, let me look and find someone else that I can suck the energy
No
out
more coming
in
this
the
way,
form
I'll
of
go
financial help or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's when you are like that. I mean,
Yeah.
when you do not appreciate. And I don't think they couldn't have probably sold the car or something and help my
Yeah.
parents when they were in a bad spot. So you feel that, and it's something, call it intuition or something like that. But no, it's
Yeah.
maybe because you have that sensitivity a little bit turned on
Yeah.
to sense people that are just basically. It's not that we're bad or good. I think they're confused. Okay, they have that severed connection with source. They're not receiving the love directly through their own choices, and they have to go and suck it from others. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, that happens inadvertently. For example, in hospitals. Recently, my sister she had an operation, and so I
Yeah.
had to go and visit her at the hospital, and I feel it in hospitals. There's a
Yeah.
lot of energy, inadvertent energy vampires, because as they feel weak, as they feel afraid, maybe some are dying, maybe some are having a difficult operation. The
Yeah.
family members that are there with them are afraid, are
Yeah.
fearful. So you feel all that because that creates. It's like the energy is out there and say, "Oh, you have energy."
Yeah.
As they're vibrating low, we need to suck you into this. Okay, and I think that little example is how the world operates, and that's why
Yeah.
there in this reality, and I don't want to say awful, there has to be an Africa. Okay, it's like the heartbeat of their energy sucking operation. Africa.
Sure.
Yeah. Africa could be thriving, maybe not thriving, but at least they could be eating. Okay, they could not be
Healthy.
hungry, but
Yeah.
they have to keep them that way because we have here a harvesting operation. I mean, and that's
Which
what's a
will.
pity to me. And that's if we really want to change the world, we start with changing Africa and everyone else
Yeah.
with abundance. Okay, and that's
Yes.
why they cannot have abundance because with abundance this doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
We're basically going to thrive, and we're going to say, you know what, we're not afraid anymore. We're not hungry anymore. We don't want to be divided anymore. We don't want to hate each other anymore.
Yeah.
And they want to say,
Yeah.
wow.
Different frequency.
Yes, and that's why New Age has been tainted, Tony. I don't like it when people call me New Age because I think they're not listening properly to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
New Age is vibrating you by stop eating meat and meditating. And no, how about being a good person? Okay, so let's start with that. How about trying not to feel rage? I never heard New Age talk about try not to go into. No, they just say go here, listen to this, take these classes because they sell classes. It's a lot about you, like, and they also say the chosen ones or whatever they say it, they're gonna go into the 5th dimensions, and the rest can screw themselves in the 3 dimensions.
It's very.
No, everyone we're going. It's a humanity thing.
Yeah.
Of course, as you live this reality, and I don't want to go into aliens and that, Tony, because I know it's not something you like very much. But when you live this reality, you live it, okay? And it's your choice if you want to keep being a human or you want to go somewhere else, okay? And that's perfectly fine, I guess, if you want to say, I've had enough of this experience and I want to experience different things, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that is a solution, but I'm saying the true exit of this reality is when you leave it, okay? It's not for that New Age deception of the 5th dimension that you vibrate and you're going to be like up there and we are all here, and just because you meditated and you ate whatever, really does that make you a better person? No.
Yes.
If anything, the only thing about meditation, I say meditating is great because it puts you in the moment. That's the only thing. But if you're still evil, you're still evil there. I mean,
I do believe it. Yeah, you're right. New Age has been hijacked as well.
Very unfortunate. Because the terms are correct, okay? Raising your vibration basically means leaving these emotions behind. Doesn't have to do anything with the body, okay? Doesn't have anything to do with the body. Your body is like a car. Take good care of it, but don't be obsessed about it. You know, people that have a car and they're always polishing it and a little scratch and they're not. It's like people that their body, as it changes, as it ages, they have operations to keep looking and their skin. They have operations to look younger, and they maybe color their hair and they
superficial
and obsess about their weight. About their weight. Please, I just had a person email me, and we have had great conversation. Emailing back and forth. And my opinion about weight is that if you are overweight, you're overweight. Try to lose weight, maybe you want. But if you're skinny, it's not that you're better than anyone. Okay, it's just that this concept that skinny is healthy, overweight is is diseased. Not real, okay, at all.
No, complete rubbish.
So, as you take good care of your body, but you understand you shouldn't be obsessed about it because the body stays. Okay, that's a fact. That's truth. When a person passes, does the body disappear? Does it goes into another dimension? No, it stays, and it becomes flesh, which I believe the correct way will be given back to Mother Earth. Okay, that's why either burying people without caskets, throwing them in the sea, but not cremation or not putting them in caskets in the sand, because you are not giving it back to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, but the body stays. It's just temporary as you're through this experience. It's like a car. Take good care of it. Don't be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
but it's not a big deal. Sorry.
When I was a 4-year-old kid, I was like 2 foot tall, but I still felt like me. That was me there, and I got to a teenager, and it was still me. I'm still the same me, but the body's changed. Now I'm older, the body's older and taller, but I still feel that same 2-year-old, 4-year-old. It's still the same me inside.
Yes, because it is.
So
because what's inside you doesn't change. What's inside you is just going from an imperfect being to a perfect being through experience, learning, and enjoyment.
Exactly.
Sacrifice and suffering is not in the cards. Okay, we make that up here. We're implanted that notion by the system. It's an unfortunate part of religions. I must say it. Religions have very good things: helping each other, being empathic, being with family, because usually you go to mass with family, whatever religion, to the ceremony. I want to say mass because that's related to Christians or Catholics, but to whatever you go, you're a Muslim, you're a Jew, whatever. It's usually with family and friends, so that's a good part of religion. But the part we're here to suffer, we're here to submit ourselves. No, that's not. That's not
slavery.
It. That we must worship. Who? What? For the ones that have children, really, are your children must worship you? No. No.
It's a slavery thing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. It's look at all the notions there. Worship gets tied together with hierarchies because you worship a higher being. So you are a lower being. You see where I'm going with this? If there's no worship, there's no lower or higher beings, okay? But you must worship because, again, someone in the comments, I don't want to call out anyone, but someone in the comments in Wake in the Future said a few days ago that the reality, God wants, I was laughing and almost crying at the same time because God wants you to realize that you are an inferior being. Do you think a benevolent, superior being will think that way? Will feel that way? Nothing. Feel that way? Will really be like that, benevolent, and saying, you must understand you're inferior to me? No.
And how would he know that, or she know that?
No, through scripture, because it's scripture says, and it's a wrong. Speaking with Tony Ismario from Mexico, he has understood scripture, and no, he says that's a wrong way to understand it. Scripture is about the message of being good, of love, of being empathic, of helping each others, of doing things and forgetting about them. Okay, of doing things and forgetting about them.
Service.
Yes.
I believe in. It's the energy that is different. Take is. I believe you cut yourself off from source when you take. It's almost like you. People that don't use their legs, and they sit. They may be sitting indoors on the couch all day long. They don't go for walks. Sooner or later, the legs will get withered, and they won't work anymore. It's like if you take.
It's exactly that.
Your energy is cut off from the source because
you forget how to get it yourself.
Yes.
You forget how to connect with source. You have done it. Please remember, I don't want to go into death and birth and aliens and space. But if you accept for a second my position that this is not just this life, you have gone for hundreds of lives. There is a possibility you have gone wrong, gone rogue so much that you have severed that connection. Doesn't mean it cannot be reestablished. It's going to be reestablished. That's said. Everyone is going to become a beacon of light and a perfect being. It's just going to take time. Gazillion of years for some, okay? Because they have severed their connection so much that in order to exist, they have to suck it from other beings by deceiving them, okay? This is just a huge deception, okay? If you stop feeling hate, fear, rage, And I sound like a broken record, I know. If you start feeling those emotions and you concentrate and try, it's difficult, but just try to always feel love, because love doesn't go through the brain.
Yes.
Love is a pure energy. Doesn't need to be thinking. Maybe we were talking before recording, just to make a little, it's a good moment just to make a little thing that when we say love is the pure energy of love, it's not attraction love, it's not this, physical love, like related to sex and things like that. That's good. There's nothing bad with that. I think it's not in the same category as fear and hate. No, not at all.
It's infatuation, isn't it?
Yes. That thing. It's of course attraction, physical attraction. And we refer it as love, usually falling in love or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think even if it's the same word, they're totally different. Okay, that's something. That's an emotion, and love is a true energy. That doesn't require. You can feel it in the moment.
It's universal.
And infatuation is related, first of all, to one person or multiple person if you're in love with multiple people. And no, because right now I know you know it, but there's a new one quite recently that there's a new concept. You could be in love with two people or something like that. Three-way relationships, very strange stuff. I'm too old for that type of... even to go. Have you heard about that? I forgot the word, but there's a word.
Polygamy?
No, it's not polygamy. It's like a three-way couple. It's usually it could be two men and a woman, or it could be two women and a man, and basically we're all in love with each other. Okay, something like that.
Okay.
So I remember a movie a while ago, 10 years ago, that there was this girl and the two guys were drug dealers. I know you remember it. It's in California. It was kind of that. She was in love with both of them, and they were in love with her, but in a way they were also in love with each other. So strange stuff, and it sounds like it's not necessarily a threesome, but it sounds like that. But it's not also sexual. It's also they're apparently truly in love with each other. It's a recent thing.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I've seen a documentary on it.
Yes, and also right now they're the ones that they say they just don't feel any attraction for anyone. They just want to play video games, so they call them asexuals or something like that.
Asexual,
and they are the ones that they could be in love with an inflatable doll or whoever, whatever.
The threesomes, polyamorous.
Polyamorous, I think it is one that, but it's not. People refer like a threesome, but it's more. Apparently, they claim the ones are in these three relationships we're all in love with each other. Okay.
Yeah, like
the two women are in love with each other, but they're also in love with the man. The man is in love with the two women.
Okay? They're a couple, triple.
Like a triple, something. They go out to the movies and they go out together, and maybe he one hand in one hand in the other. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not into giving a lot of time into this. I just wanted to make the clarification that's energy. Sorry, that's a feeling. That's something. It's not bad. It's much better than hate. But that's not the love we are talking. The love we're talking is the true energy of the universe. I believe that love is energy. It's mostly electrons. But it's not something, it has beautiful, okay? It has like a glow in it and something. And that's what powers the universe, okay? Yeah. When people mention free energy, it's tapping into that energy, and it's infinite. You just need a dot of it, and you tap into this infinite, this oneness, this total thing. And that opens everything. That's the door that opens the road to abundance, to true abundance. With that, we're going to notice we're going to have all the food we need. And by the way, we're going to change and evolve and have less food for need, as we're less diseased, because there's going to be more love than hate, or there's going to be no hate. And you see where I'm going with this? Because people say, how is this new world going to work if it's 8 billion of us? It's going to work, okay? Yeah. It's going to work eventually. Because we're going to start needing less food and feeding from this. You see, because as we're looking into the energy from source, that can feed you, but you don't look into it. Yeah. You don't look into it. You concentrate on being an animal. And of course, you have a energy conversion system, which is your mouth, and it goes all the way to the stomach and all that. If you think about it, it's an energy conversion system. You put water and you put food in there, and it gets converted to energy, okay? Yeah. That's it. And it has a waste system, and it's an energy conversion system. As we tap into this divine energy, this direct, we're so forgot the word in English, I'm sorry. Fortunate. We're so fortunate of having a direct connection to God, to source, that as we tap into it, you're gonna notice you're not gonna need anything, and you're gonna start being ready to serve others. Because I want to clarify, this is not New Age, this is not about loving you and everyone can go and screw themselves. No, this is about being so strong, so living in the moment, so feeling the love all the time, then you can elect to help others. But very important, everyone has to do this process. Okay, I disagree completely that we wake up people. I think we can set them on the right path. Like there was this person from Frankenskies, Matt, on Waking the Future a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned that a friend or acquaintance years ago. So what's that? And he traversed the road, he investigated, and he made an excellent documentary on chemtrails, Frankenskies. And this person, he says, then I saw him years after, and he still doesn't know anything about chemtrails. He just shared with me the concept, okay? But without knowing it, he put him on the right path. But the path, you have to traverse it. I cannot put you in my arms and take you all the way. Okay, that's becoming a victim. I'm actually hurting you instead of helping you. Okay? Harold Klasvela, when I had him on the show, he said something quite beautiful. He said, instead of giving them fish, teach them to fish. Okay.
Exactly.
So the less we do, the more we do. He said, because I want to. He now has a whole therapy something. But he says, I do very minimal stuff. I just show you the path, and you elect to go. If you don't want to do it, some people say, no, it's too hard work. Do I need to do some of these? For example, I tell on the last 3 minutes of the show, just go into yourself for 5 minutes of your day. We invest sometimes 2 hours to watch a movie. You cannot go and talk to yourself for 5 minutes. I'm talking to your inner self. Not these we're watching. I'm talking to the ones you don't see with your eyes. You cannot go there 5 minutes? Oh no, because I need to be in another room. Do it at night before going to sleep. But we decide to invest, and for me, sorry to go back and mention this, but with people that comment on channels and always negative things, calling people out, vibrating low because you can feel the energy, even through comments. Okay, by the way, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be someone you're watching. It doesn't have to be in person. This energy could be felt from the other side of the world, and it could be felt through words. Okay, when you see someone and you see the things they're saying about others there, one thing comes to my mind: where do they find the time to be like that? And then you comment, and 15 minutes later they're back there. I mean, go do something productive in your life instead of complaining, instead of vibrating low. But the thing is, maybe they need it, Tony. They need it to transmute this energy.
They need the reaction.
Yes, because then what they do is, you're calm, and they make you upset, they win.
Yes.
You're calm, they make you upset, they win. The system, same thing. You're calm, they make you fearful, they win. They make you rageful, they win.
They get joy from not joy, they get, they feel good about taking your energy.
Yes, there's a technicality about that. I don't necessarily agree. There's actually a term for this transmutation of energy. When someone makes you vibrate like them and makes you upset, there's something. Some people say something you expel. For me, it's love transmuted as a lower vibration. You need to focus. You cannot be in communication, energetic communication with them if you're high and they're low. That's why they keep offending you, calling you out.
Bring you down to their level.
Yes, because you know what, and then you react, and then
they drag you even further. They want to drag you down even more.
Yes. Just they finally got you to their level, then they can suck the energy from you. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And it's the same with the system. If you're here and you say there's a war, there's a virus, everyone is dying with ejection. People don't understand the ones that keep going about the deaths. Okay. They want you to think that. I'm sorry to say it. I'm going to shout it because I'm tired of refraining. They want you to feel enraged to them. They don't care. They actually love it, okay? You are lowering to their level, okay? By feeling they're killing everyone. I don't know if it's true. Yes, there's something to that. It's probably happening. I've seen a little of it. Actually, I've seen a little bit. But believe me, if they want us dead, we'll be dead. But what purpose? How can they keep harvesting? If they kill everyone is going to leave this planet, okay?
Yeah.
If they, I'm really serious about it. If they do something massive, cataclysmic event or whatever, fake or whatever, everyone, a good percentage is going to leave this planet. It's going to notice that the jig is up, the game is up, these evil things. it's going to go somewhere else, and if you go somewhere else, you cannot be tapped into your energy. So the little ones that return,
Yeah.
or no one is returning because there is nothing to return to, they lose, and they have to look for other beings to suck their energy from.
Energy
They
source.
need us more than we need them.
Yeah,
Actually, we don't need them at all. It's just we don't realize it.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm very honest today, Tony. I refrain from
No, that's
saying
good.
most of these things, but I'm getting a little bit tired to
No, mate, that's good because I can be honest. I like listening as well. So it's high frequency. I think we're the same energy. We like honest, and I'm bringing out your honesty more. You're coming out.
Yes, you probably are. I feel very comfortable with you
Yeah.
and all the guys. I don't want
Yeah.
anyone taking
No,
with
no, we're
Miklos, with Adam,
Yeah.
with Tony that hasn't been in a while. Tony from Mexico
Yeah.
has been very busy.
We're
With
all
the
very
guys,
powerful.
Pat and Joel. I feel great. Michelle, I
Yeah.
feel great. I feel in that. If I interviewed someone else, to be honest, let's say someone, whatever you want to name, let's not say a name. I wouldn't feel that energy. It will be more
Yeah.
a factual episode. Okay, let's talk about the
Yeah.
whatever, and yeah. But with you guys, I feel it. It's just
Yeah.
today. I don't know why. After doing the Friday's episode on the life force, and this lady, she explained it beautifully.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
accurate to me.
Right.
Very patient the way she explained it and that. For me, it's very important just to let go of this, of saying,
Yeah.
please, this is what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
This is how I feel what's going on. You wanna
Yeah.
believe that we're gonna beat them by getting, violent with them. You go right ahead. I just totally disagree. It's
Yeah.
for me. It has become so crystal clear that that's what they want. Okay, let's play a little chess here. What do they want?
Yeah.
What have they wanted for so long? Always keep us suppressed. Always
Yeah.
keep us down. And these notions, that's the bad part of religions, they also add to that by saying that what I read, it was a couple of comments, but it says God wants you to understand you're an inferior being. No, that's what the system wants.
Yeah.
They want you to think you're an inferior being because then you're never going to find your strength.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid that we react. They love our reactions, okay?
Yeah.
They are not afraid 1 second of our reactions. They are afraid of us not reacting. They're afraid of us saying, what? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
here in the moment. I'm
Yeah.
not feeling you. Sorry, I'm not feeling you.
I think-
I'm not going to go to the basement to discuss this with you. If you want to come here to love, but you cannot make it, right? Not immediately, at least. Eventually, yes. But you're so confused that you cannot have a discussion with me here on love.
Yeah.
I have to go down to the basement and feel enraged.
Yeah.
And then it's their turf. Who wins there? They
I was
win.
speaking to my friend earlier, and he was talking about this subject. About it's like they've inverted everything. They promote anger, noise, drama. The guy walking down the street shouting at everyone and playing loud music. That's promoted. You see a film, you see music. It's always noise and drama. And I said it's like that's promoted as powerful. They put that on a pedestal as this is power. When if you look at it, it's not. It's the silent ones that are composed. And like martial art means self-mastery. So if you are mastered yourself, you're in charge of your own energy. You're actually the powerful one. And those that are shouting and throwing their arms about, they're the ones that are out of control. So that's not power, that's weak.
You know what I think is, I think in books and movies and documentals and everything, they share with us a lot of how this works, okay? I think they do it so they say, you know what, you just were not paying attention. And there is a movie I like very much, seen it many times. It's totally mainstream. It's the Karate Kid Part 3, okay? With
Okay.
Ralph Macchio from the 80s. Part 3, very important. So I'm just going to basically share what I think they're sharing with us there. So, first of all, Mr. Miyagi, the teacher of Daniel, he's very sage. He's what we should listen, okay?
Yeah.
He's always saying things are not like you see them, there are more important things. And for example, karate, you say, is just for defense only, and I think not even for that, okay? So they go back, and there's Daniel wants to go again to the tournament. He won, but he won it for a purpose. I mean, he had Mr. Miyagi help him on the part 1 because it was the way he would get the balance to get out of this situation of the bully and all that, okay?
Yeah.
So he won it, that's fine. But then he says, you know what, I only need to participate in the final as the champion, and I can win it again. Mr. Miyagi that's not important, okay, anymore, because it's not about that. It's not about winning, the ego, feeling you're superior, all that. That's the way I understood it, okay. So in a way, there's this. The ones he defeated on the first part, they wanna revenge. That's when he gets revenge, and this person becomes the system. It's a silver person. He comes out all nice, like the system appears, all nice to Daniel-san, Ralph Macchio, and he says, "Don't worry, I'll teach you. I understand your master doesn't want to teach, but I'll teach you for the tournament. Okay, I'll train you." And he starts telling him about rage, about revenge. About he wants your blood now, and he totally derails Daniel-san from the training. But at the end, just to make this, I mean, if everyone is interested, have a look at it. It's Karate Kid Part 3, and it's in the mainstream platform that almost everyone has. Okay, start with that. It's right there. I saw it a few weeks ago. That is there, and so at the end, Mr. Miyagi does help Daniel-san, but he does it by going back to kata. Kata is a concept in karate that is basically just the training, just feeling in the moment. Okay. Like the focus, like breathing, like just concentrating. And yes, you do some things in kata, but it's not. It's just being you centered, vibrating high. Okay.
Yes.
Not in the hitting, in the hurting. It's not about that.
No,
it's about the concentration. Karate is a very good thing. It's in a way when it's about the focus, about the moment, about understanding your emotions, and not letting yourself go through hate, through the violence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So then the tournament happens, and he ends up beating the other guy. That it was all a ploy to get him enraged, and the other guy worked for the silver guys. I mean, you have to see the movie, okay? But he wins through kata. The last point, he starts doing kata, and the other guy says, "I don't understand that. What should I do?" And then, when he's about to be hit, he gets the last point through kata. He took the fight to the high part, okay? He didn't go to the gutter.
Yeah.
He made him. He didn't know what to do when he says, "Come to my fight. Come to my level."
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe it's a little bit overcomplicated explanation. I mean, if you see the movie,
No, I get it.
you're probably gonna get it more. But it's basically that they make us do things. They cannot force us. They make us do things through our own free will. Okay. Yeah. They can never force us. That's why there's no point. It's about killing. And what I feel is that is unintended toxicity, which there's a purpose, by the way. And the purpose is to physically, it's like hunger, okay? It's physically weaken you to a point you don't look into your energy source. You look into other ways of getting energy, which is the ones the system offers you, okay?
Okay.
So they want to take. That's why I say it's a vibration lowering thing. I said it in Wake in the Future. I couldn't explain it, and it was going to be a rabbit hole. But when I say that, I'm not intending to be cyborgs. I was intending saying they are lowering us, they are suppressing us, like they have done for many years.
Okay.
But it's just, I think they got really afraid in the 2016, from 2012 to 2020, and I think this plan of the 2020 had to be prepared at least 5 years before, okay? But definitely. They were so afraid of what they were seeing because people are changing. I see it in my everyday life. People are changing. People are saying, this is bullshit. This reality is bullshit. Yes. This cannot be this way, okay? So something is turning on inside. And that's your own inner wisdom, your own intuition of knowing this is not supposed to be this way, okay? Yeah. So of course, they have to tame that, and they're saying people are becoming soft, and they're environmentalists because we have to take care of the world. Of course, we have to take care of the world. Yeah. We have done a horrible job with the world, among ourselves, with humans, and humans to Mother Earth, and the extension of Mother Earth, which is animals and plants. We have done a horrible work. I'm not saying this about, that the temperature has risen. Who knows? I mean, there's contradicting that, and that doesn't worry me, because I think when we fix these imbalances, the Earth is going to heal itself very quickly. Okay, so that doesn't worry me at all. Mother Earth is amazing. Okay,
it'll shrug us off first.
Sorry?
It'll shrug us off first. It'll shrug us off. If we get too big for our boots.
No, not necessarily. If Mother Earth says we change, we have to change. But that doesn't mean we have to die 95% again. Let's just leave, okay? The 95% have to leave the Earth. No, we don't know. We always use the data from the past to our brain to assume we cannot do things. As I said, there might be new ways of having food that doesn't put the burden on Mother Earth. So we don't have to be there, eating all the fish and all the beef out there in the world. Who knows?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying something artificial, okay, like GMO. I'm saying some ways, like using the energy that is coming. And say,
Yeah.
you know what, I don't need to eat 3 times a day. I only need 1 a day, and then I only need 1 a week, and maybe then I only need 1 a month, okay? We will go through that evolution as we go, but I'm completely sure that we can have the population that we have right now living in balance with Earth. It's possible, okay? It's possible.
Yeah.
But then some people ask me, okay, is there going to be cars, airplanes? Who knows? Maybe not, okay?
Yeah.
Really, do you need them to survive?
Yeah.
Really? How about we
the first
transport
thing-
each other with, or we communicate each other through telepathy, which is a higher form of communication.
Yeah.
That's accepted. It's just we don't know how to master it, and many, many other things, Tony, which I think there's still to be resolved. But we don't know how we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I think a good percentage of population higher each day, getting higher each day.
Oh,
We're in
yeah,
the right
yeah.
way. Is noticing this is bullshit. We cannot
Even on YouTube.
continue. Sorry.
Even on YouTube, you're noticing it.
Yes, I mean,
It's like,
people
you're
are
waking up.
noticing. We cannot continue going like this, and they knew it.
Yeah.
And that's the part I say they were afraid, and said, you know what? We need to put the fear on them. We need to put something in them, some that lowers them down.
Understand.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't bat an eye. I mean, some people say 9/11 they killed 3,000, 4,000. Who knows how many dies? Like, who knows how many heart attacks and suicides, and
Yeah.
they don't get accounted. They almost 300 people, just whatever reason they had. Okay.
Okay.
They don't. Has killed millions. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
But what can I assure you is not the intention. Okay. They don't want to. It's too complicated, and it's not doing its job. I mean, because
Yeah.
we will have heard of thousands, not thousands, but tens or hundreds of millions. And
Yeah.
so that means that you will have to know at least 10, 15, 20 people that. And I know
Yeah.
two. Honestly, I know 2 people that I can relate to that. And some people
Yeah.
say they know 10, and some 5, and some 0. Okay. So
Yeah.
I think intended toxicity problem, and they don't care about it at all.
Yeah.
And they're
That's
suppressing
right.
that in mainstream media and say it's basically it's like our way or the highway. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's all in your mind. These people are idiots.
Yeah.
They're crazy. They're the
Well, I
ones
think-
that stupiders, and that's it. Because that's their problem is keep coming because they're
Yeah.
not on, because it's not working. Okay,
They can try.
so we need to stay in the moment. Okay,
Yeah.
just stay in the moment, vibrating in the moment, and I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. The
and
knowledge is getting out, though, isn't it? The knowledge is getting out there.
I think
People
something coming from
realising
inside,
it.
Tony. I think they're just
Yeah.
putting. Maybe someone watching this video, we're not gonna change them. We're not gonna share the knowledge. We're maybe gonna make them think, and then if they look into them, they're gonna say, "Yeah, they're right."
Yeah.
Okay.
And just change their life in
Of course.
small ways.
It's two-sided. That's a good possibility. The bad possibility is someone gonna. These guys are crazy. They have called us shields, financial arms. By the way, I want to take this opportunity. Your day starts better with an awaken-attire.com mug. Please support the guys from Waking the Future. No, we're not the financial arm. They're just great guys putting out great content with a big heart. I love it. Honestly, always felt so unique, so transparent to me. You haven't been there, please email me for the link to their channel or go to awaken-attire.com shop. That's the shop they have set up, trying to gain independence and provide content for you every day, because they have to work out of necessity, okay? It's not
Regular guys.
regular persons, regular
Yeah.
guys, and I thank them because they put me in the path, okay? I traversed it, but they put me in the path. So I hope someone watching, we put them in the path, but you listening, you have to traverse it. That's why I think, Tony, and I don't want to disagree with you, I'm just saying, I
You
think
can.
that we don't change anyone. We put them in the path, but the change has to come within.
Yeah,
Because everything is here, inside you. I can assure you, everything, okay? Everything. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm telling you, I'm sharing with you what I feel inside. I'm very open
We can
to
only give them clues.
Yes.
We can drop breadcrumbs.
Exactly, breadcrumbs. Like
And then
you put that,
intuition.
you know that I think it's whatever animal you do, a mouse or something. You put a couple of breadcrumbs or cheese. They like cheese very much, or at least that's what we think from movies and that. You put a couple of breadcrumbs in there, but they walk the road. That's someone. So for me, the Alex Jones, the Stu Peters, and by the way, we have 2 more minutes, okay? The Alex Jones, the Stu Peters, and all that they keep saying they wake up people. No, I don't agree at all. Okay.
No.
We
right.
don't wake anyone.
Inside.
We put them on the road to their own awakening. Tony, we have 1 minute, so I leave it to you, please. And I want to thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. It was so great. Great to have you back. Such an honor. Please let's try to make another episode before the end of the year. And I'll leave it to you. 1 minute. Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Yes, I think energy, people need to look at what is directing them, what is the messages they're receiving from all angles, 360 degrees, TV, radio, newspapers, other people, and think for themselves. If I had my hoodie on, I'd show you, but it's think for yourself. Take nothing for granted. You need to think for yourself and question what you're doing. Is it right? Is it wrong? Am I serving other people? Am I destructive? Am I positive, negative? But yeah, generally, question yourself and live for yourself and others. That's it.
Beautiful, Tony. Thank you all very much for watching. If everything is okay, I shall be back on Wednesday. Please stay on the last 3 minutes of the show, where basically on every show, I tell you what I just told you in an hour, okay? It's in a very compressed way. Hopefully for the new subscribers, you're going to like it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Alex.
Be back soon, please.
Thank you. Will do.
Bye-bye. We want you on the show. Send me an email to hey@humanitywins.net to schedule an interview. Help me out by making the show more interesting, fun, and knowledgeable by having you on and giving our viewers the opportunity to learn from you. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from touching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance for all. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you would like to appear on the show, please email me at hey@humanitywins.net. Please be sure to check out our friends from Waking the Future and their awaken-attire.com shop. They gave me my first opportunity to speak about this and I will be forever grateful. Link to their channel and shop on the show notes. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.humanitywins.net. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very nice day.